All right, we're live. Hello, and welcome to today's HornetsCast podcast episode. So today we are going to be talking more about the HornetsCast podcast and just more about the Hornets in general.
Yeah.
And I'm here with Ian and Charlotte Hornets Only.
So
I would say first, surprising from what I saw, but I don't know if anyone else saw, but Zach LaVine's obviously out for the Bulls, so he's not going to play tomorrow for the Bulls. Speaking about the Hornets game for tomorrow, but I saw that Vucevic did not really have a good game today. He only got 9 points and 5 rebounds, which is not very good for him.
Yeah, Vucevic has those types of games sometimes. Now he doesn't have them often.
He's really not.
Yeah,
this season
he doesn't
he's
have
really not
often,
had those.
but
This season he's. I don't know if he's had a game that bad this season. He's been really good this whole season, pretty much.
Yeah, but Vucevic, you gotta think about it. Every player has a bad night. Nobody is completely great every night, except if you go back to like Michael Jordan or if you go to LeBron or Anthony Davis or any player that is that good. Like a player like Vucevic, yes, he's an all-star, but he's not like that good every night.
Well,
That's what
we'll
a
see
lot
how
of
he
people
plays
seem to
tomorrow.
forget.
he's definitely got a big game tomorrow. He always torches us, and we really don't have anybody that can guard him, I don't think.
Yeah, and I think I saw that Vern Carey's going to start again.
We're going to need a big game from him.
Vern's going to get destroyed because the one game where he was really good against the Nets, their center, isn't that much of a threat on their team. It's not like they have LaMarcus Aldridge because he retired, but their center's really not that big of a threat. It's more their guard and then small forward, obviously, with Kevin Durant.
Yeah, Vernon struggles with guarding players without fouling sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much all the time. But
he is a rookie though, so he has to kind of learn the game a bit and get more coached up.
He just turned 20. So
I'm seeing an article. I'm seeing an article about the 3 teams that should be worried about LaMelo Ball's return. The Hawks, the Celtics, and the Heat. All 3 teams are fighting with us for that 5th seed.
Yeah, if you look at the standings right now, and first you have the 76ers, second you got the Nets. Those 2 teams have a big lead. They're 4 games.
Those 2 teams are in a different league right now. They're not even.
They're both 4 and 3.5 games above third, so they pretty much, except if they keep winning and don't lose much more, they pretty much are good. They'll make the playoffs.
Literally, they're
Bucks are pretty secure. They're 3.5 games up over Atlanta.
Yeah, they're 15 games.
Gets close. You have Atlanta at 32 wins, New York at 32 wins, so 4 and 5. 6, you got the Celtics at 31, Heat at 7 with 30, Hornets at 8 with 28, 9 Pacers 26, 10 Bulls 24, and then so on. So definitely close in that 5 to I would say 10 range is pretty close.
Yeah, and now we'll take you guys to the games that really matter for the Hornets today. So the Raptors did in fact beat the Nets. That's not great for us. The Pacers beat the Thunder. The Wizards beat the Warriors, surprisingly.
They're on a 6-game win streak.
Yeah. Still, that is still surprising.
Maybe they're trying to make their own playoff run.
Yeah, the Heat pretty much have won 1 second left, and they're winning by 20.
I don't think they're going to blow that.
Yeah, unless you can get a 20-pointer, they ain't blowing that. The Bulls lost to the Cavs, and the Knicks beat the Hawks in overtime, with Trae Young actually getting injured in that game.
Looked pretty bad, the injury for him. Did not look very good.
It looked like Malik Monk's injury.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked kind of like Malik, but I would say maybe a tad worse. But they both looked pretty bad when they happened.
The thing with Trae was he was able to actually walk on it. It felt like Malik was not able to put any weight on it. So I think Trae will be back in 2, maybe 1 to 2 weeks.
Yeah, it depends because he could just be trying to be like tough and go on it when he really shouldn't be. So
Yeah.
you never know until they really get the testing done on it and like X-rays and MRIs and all that stuff, seeing what actually happened in his foot and ankle. Once you get that, then you'll really know if he's going to be out for a while, a few games, weeks, however long. But if he is out for a while, that's going to be a big loss to the Hawks. Because they're in the playoffs right now, but not securely at all. You lose like 3-4 games, they can usually fall out, like all the way down to 9 or 10. So it's really not secure in the East, except where the 76ers and Nets are. Otherwise, it's not really secure anywhere.
I would say the Bucks are probably secure.
Yeah, Bucks, but keep in mind they're only 3.5 games up. So if they just lose like 4 or 5 in a row, they could start getting some issues too. But I don't think
Trust me, they'll be fine. But
I think the Bucks will also be fine. But 4 through about 10 could be a huge mix from what it is now.
Yeah, if we take it from the last time we started, I'm pretty sure that was March 30th, the last episode, but it may not have been. So we take you then. We have the Hornets. Currently, they had a stretch where they were winning some games even without Gordon Hayward, Malik, and LaMelo. Sorry, they beat the Pacers. That was a key win. They beat the Thunder. They beat the Bucks. The pretty much starting five-less Bucks. And then things got really shaky, like they are now. Lost to the Hawks. Lost to the Lakers.
And your mic's pretty bad right now.
The same for your guys. I like, it's really like it's cracks, bro. That's what I'm hearing. Weird. I'm not even gonna lie.
There it is.
So
the quality is so bad right now. Your mic.
Yeah, the quality for all of us is just bad right now. I don't know why. Yeah. Then you have we lost to the Nets. Then we beat the Trailblazers, and then we had a brutal loss to the Knicks last night. We need to get back on track, and we need to get back on track fast. It starts tomorrow with a win over the Bulls, and then us beating the Cavs. Like
And then
dominate us.
We didn't even mention the news yet, which was just recently. LaMelo being able to come back in 7 to 10 days when it looked like a season-ending injury. So that could be really helpful if he ends up coming back.
Bro, literally, as soon as I heard the news, I was jumping up and down, and like whenever I'm like really happy about a sports thing, like I run downstairs pretty much, and like I do like a side bump in the door that we have now.
Oh no!
So literally, I just did that after I heard the news.
But one thing I do want to say is that LaMelo actually comes back and plays at least close to what he was playing before he got injured. Even better, obviously, would help as well. He could maybe get that Rookie of the Year back, because otherwise, I don't think he would have got it since he would have missed almost half the season. So, but now if he could play good for the rest of the season and let the Hornets make the playoffs, like lead them to a playoff spot, I think he could easily win Rookie of the Year. Obviously, the team is the first priority, but it would be nice to see him win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, definitely would.
And then Malik Monk, I'm not sure when he's going to return. It looks like probably after LaMelo, but Malik, there's not a ton of info right now. Just have to see how it goes. I feel like in the next 2 weeks he'll be back at some point. Maybe not. Then Gordon Hayward looks like he's going to be out for still another few weeks. Maybe by the playoffs would be my guess. Like play-in playoffs. That's right when he would come back. We'll have to see once we get more updates about them. Because that LaMelo news came out of the middle of nowhere. So Gordon Hayward could have the same thing where he comes out of the middle of nowhere and he's ready to play soon. So
I'm not even going to lie when I say this. We need some wins also, but also I'm really excited to have LaMelo back. Because once we have him back, and if he returns back to how he was playing before he got injured, he's going to win Rookie of the Month 5 out of 6 months.
Also, I would want to say if LaMelo returns, if Lamelo returns and can still throw all of his great passes as accurately as he used to, he could throw some nice lobs to Miles. Miles gotten some nice few dunks while he's been out.
And if
Miles
LaMelo
Bridges.
can shoot like he was, he can score points. I mean, it's not about the passes because that's only 2 points. We're living in an era where it's 3-pointers. That's the era. Centers are now shooting threes. I mean, centers.
Yeah, but you gotta get that momentum. But you gotta get the momentum from Miles Bridges posterizing people.
You get a 2, then the other team gets a 3, you're down by 1 still. I mean, they'll keep going up by 1 if you keep going for 2s and they keep going for 3s.
Obviously, if that happened, obviously that's not the point. You have Terry Rozier who could shoot threes. That's the point of Terry Rozier.
But you can't keep relying on Terry Rozier because at some point they're already starting to double team him now, and that's a problem. Now, I'm gonna go off topic of the Hornets really quickly. I'm going to actually go with a reference of UNC. They play, Roy Williams had them playing for a long time. He had them playing in the era of the 2. He didn't have them playing in the era of the 3-pointer. That's why recently they've been so bad. Because they were not playing in this era. They were playing in an era of 2-pointers. And they're playing against teams that are playing in the era of the 3-pointer. And when you put that together, it's not a good combination. Plus, then they'll keep guarding the paint, and they'll realize what you're doing. So, yeah, they'll guard the paint. And if you don't any 3-pointers, then, and if you have like 1 or 2 3-point shooters, they'll just double team them and guard the paint, and then boom, you can't score.
Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like even when the Hornets get double teamed, the Knicks wasn't great, but you have to keep in mind they have one of the best defensive statistics in the whole league, so it's going to be hard to go up against them. But still, I feel like overall, even if they double team Terry Rozier a lot, which I wouldn't be surprised that happens, I still think the Hornets are, this season, they've proved to me, I think they're still a really good, passing team and can find the open man. Just the thing is, you got to hit the open shot.
One thing that also has to improve with this team is the defense. It definitely has to improve. We have left so many people wide open. But before we go with me and you, Jake, we should let Austin get his turn. We definitely should.
Well, I think LaMelo coming back, you see, the shot clock always running low. But LaMelo, when he was there, the shot clock never ran low. So we talk about Terry getting double teamed. Well, he's not going to get double teamed if LaMelo's back because he's so quick with his passes. And it's going to lead to wide open threes. Terry hasn't had those, and he's still dropping 30. So
exactly.
Our half court is just way worse without Hayward. So we really need Hayward back.
Yeah, we need Hayward or LaMelo back because once that happens, that allows Terry Rozier to be more open because you can't double team Hayward and Rozier because then there's 3 guys kind of open.
Yeah.
Or 2 guys open. So that kind of doesn't work. So they kind of can't double team both of them. So they got to pick one or the other if they want to double team. And they're both really good, either LaMelo and Rozier or Hayward and Rozier. So that's why once one of those 2 come back, it'll make it a lot easier on the Hornets. Because right now, if you double team Rozier, there's some good players, but there's no 2 really good player threats. There's still a lot of good players on the Hornets, with Devontae Graham, PJ Washington, etc. But there's just not that next level, I would say. At least not yet. But it's a young team, so they still have to develop more.
All right. So here's my thing about what Austin said. I will say, just imagine Terry playing like he is right now, with having LaMelo getting him open, and having Devontae back too. So you have both those threats, and you have the threat of LaMelo, and then you also have Terry playing like he is now. Terry's dropping 40 a night, maybe 45 on your team.
And I also think Miles Bridges is going to be huge too because he's really stepped up.
Miles will be dropping 20. We'll be averaging literally 45 from Terry, 15 from LaMelo. and 20 from Miles. So that's
I
all-
also want to say that even though the Hornets have left some people wide open, overall, I would say they're playing pretty good defense. Because if you look at the scores, it's really not been the defense's fault. Yes, they've left some wide open shooters. But other than that, like the score overall, if you look at it, it's really been the offense most of the games where there's not enough offensive production, and that's why they're losing. Because if you're giving up, I would say less than 110, I would consider that good defense. Like less than 110 and
Yeah.
105. Because especially in the NBA now, with how many shots are being made and how it's a lot faster paced, just like how LaMelo makes it
Yeah,
faster paced for
definitely.
the Hornets and not running down the shot clock as much and getting threes, you score a lot more. So, like, holding a team under 110, 105 is really good in the NBA now. So, and the
Yeah,
Hornets have been doing that a lot this stretch, even without LaMelo and some of their other key players. But they just haven't had the offense. And when LaMelo was there and a lot of the other players were healthy, they were still getting that offensive production, which allowed them to either stay close in games, really close, or win the game.
Yeah.
And now, since they have key players missing, they haven't been able to get the offense. But they've still done pretty good on the defensive end. Just got to not leave quite as many open jump shooters, because if you're in the NBA, most likely you're going to make an open jump shot. So, except if you're like a center and you just don't have a three-point shot at all. Otherwise, you're most likely going to make an open three or an open two. But
Yeah.
it's pretty hard to be in the NBA if you can't make an open shot consistently in this era.
Yeah. Talk to Cody Martin.
Exactly.
He's been playing well for us, though. He's been playing well. Now, Caleb, on the other hand, oh, boy.
Caleb's
What?
been sucking up, like, literally.
He's shooting like 8% from three in the last 12 games.
Exactly.
Yeah, the Martins,
Let me fact check that.
like the Martins, I would say they play pretty good defense. I like how they play on defense, but offensively, with the more opportunities they're getting, I just don't feel like they're stepping up as much as they should be with the more like opportunities because of injuries and them playing more.
16% in his last 10 games from three. 32 from the field.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's obviously not great, but
Now,
forget-
Cody
I mean,
Martin's been playing well with his passing, because he had 7 assists the other night. He had 3, then he had 5. He's starting to play like he did at Nevada as a point guard.
Yeah.
yeah, I would say for the Martins, if they can find open people and get passes off to like open jump shooters, like how PJ was open a lot against the Knicks in the first half, like if they can just find open jump shooters like that and just get assists, that's I feel like is what is best like for the team, because they don't need to be shooting, but if obviously if they have to and they can make them, that's great. But I feel like their best role on offense would be just finding the open man for the Hornets.
Yeah.
I'm also tired of them ISOing. I'm getting so sick and tired of their ISOing, because it takes up the whole shot clock. And then they just throw it to like Terry and expect them to make a half-court heave.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then I also like how LaMelo and like the Hornets before he got injured, how they were kind of keeping the tempo up. Like, yeah, sometimes you do want to take it down the shot clock, but overall they were playing really quick, and I think that was good for them, because then even if you miss, you're gonna have more opportunities to score because you're getting shots up quick, so there's not as much time coming off the clock.
Yeah.
Which obviously
in
might
that
give
third
them
quarter.
extra possessions, but if you can play the defense, then it evens out.
But
Yeah, like that
Wait,
third
I-
quarter last night. Like watching that, I was like, normally if they hit a 3, we'd go down, chuck it, and get a Miles dunk or something. But last night we were just chucking up shots because we couldn't get fast break momentum because we didn't have LaMelo to push the ball up the court.
Yeah, and then the
By the
Knicks
way-
also in the second half decided they were going to play defense. In the first half, they gave up 66, which isn't horrible for one half of basketball, giving up 66, but it's not as much as they normally would. And then the second half, the Knicks decided to come out and play some defense, especially in the third quarter. And it really made it hard on the Hornets. They were forced into really tough shots, and just with the players that are healthy right now, other than like maybe Terry Rozier, just a lot of our players are not going to make really tough shots right now. So that was a good game plan by the Knicks on defense, forcing hard shots for our team to make. But
Yeah.
it's hard to make when there's just not great, not that they're not good shooters, just great shooters where they can make really contested threes like Curry and other players can.
Yeah, I would like to.
Like, it's not Steph Curry on our team. Like, Steph Curry, it doesn't really matter how you guard him. He'll still make it almost all the time.
Yeah.
And that's, I feel like, the only reason why the Warriors are even in, like, the play-in right now.
Yeah.
Because without Curry, they've not looked good this season.
Yeah. So, the audio actually, I listened to it a bit on the stream. I muted myself so I could listen to it. It's actually not like it is right now where we're hearing it. It's completely clean on the stream.
Okay, well, that's at least good.
Yeah. And people are going to hear this. It doesn't really matter. We film these live. So
yeah,
what?
these aren't edited at all. We might in the future, but for now they're at least going up as live. I'm not doing any editing on these.
Yeah, I ain't about to do any editing either. Heck, well, I do editing for the Clubhouse chatter, but
yeah, maybe in the future we'll look into it. But for now, I think it's just fine live streaming it and just leaving it up for you guys to watch. Go unedited.
Here's another thing that we can do, and is we don't always have to talk Hornets. We can also talk about like other things than Hornets sometimes. Now, yes, it's called HornetsCast, but we can talk about other things than Hornets sometimes. It's not like it will really matter that much if we do or don't. Also, I would like to say, Austin, on your live, you were just draining those threes. I remember that. That was amazing, bro. When is about to sign you up, bro? New Terry real quick. Better than Cody.
No.
Easily a better shooter than Cody because you can actually make a shot from beyond the paint. Austin, we can't hear you. I think you're muted. We can't hear Austin. Jake, can you hear him?
Not right now. I have the volume on. I haven't messed with that at all.
Austin, I think you're muted. This is funny.
Because there is options where I can make people louder and quieter, but I don't mess with that. I just leave
Yeah, hey, Austin, I think you're muted.
It could be.
Hey,
That's a bad.
If I hear him on the stream. Hang on.
Oh, he came back. Here, let me put him back. I think his connection was just bad. All right, now is your connection better? Or something?
Let me mute myself. I don't know if I am or mute. I'm not.
Okay, then you mute yourself.
Okay, now I'm unmuted. Okay. Austin, you back?
Okay.
I cannot hear him.
I could see him on the side, but on the main screen he's frozen. But I could see him on the side screen that I have.
Austin, we still can't hear you.
I don't know why it's frozen on the main screen though. It's kind of weird. Let me just make sure. Yeah, the volume is on. Just double checking. Make sure it wasn't muted. Because he left and rejoined to try to fix it.
I just checked on the stream. I can't hear him on there either.
Yeah, he just wrote in his
yeah,
thing.
exactly.
He said, yeah, I don't know. Here, let me try turning it off and back on you. And let's see if that fixes it.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, I turned it back off and on.
We are sorry for the inconvenience, everybody. We will be back to talking very shortly.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
just
with it.
trying to make this as normal as possible.
He completely left. I guess he's going to try to come back again.
Yeah. Well, we never really fully introduced ourselves, did we?
All right. He's back.
Dude, this better work, man.
On YouTube, we never
now
introduced ourselves.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm just realizing that. Right, I gotta plug in my phone, my
now I can hear you.
Oh,
Bro.
finally, dude. It
Oh,
just randomly
finally,
cut
there
out.
we go. Now
Yeah, I
can
don't know
hear
what
you.
that was all about, but I guess it works
So
now,
what was the
but
last thing you guys heard me say? Because I was like going on a topic.
I
don't
think you
even
were
know.
about to talk,
I
and then
honestly
it just
don't
like
even know.
stopped. I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah, you were talking about like the shots I was making on the live, and I said after that.
Oh yeah,
live,
Ian was talking about
after
that.
that live, I like pinched a nerve in my shoulder.
Oh,
Oh,
But
that's not good.
hey, I'm still playing Sunday though. I'm gonna be at the Spectrum Center.
hey, let's go, baby.
You already know I'm dropping 20.
Oh yeah, nah, you're dropping 50, bro. It's the Bulls. You're dropping
Maybe
60.
that's
nah.
only
Yeah,
you're dropping.
Sunday's not the Bulls, Ian.
Yeah.
Wait, oh shoot. Wait a minute.
Yeah, your team's right, Ian.
Sunday's the
That's against the
Celtics.
Celtics.
Oh, you ain't dropping
Yeah, come on,
20.
Ian.
You're dropping 5, bro. We're playing the Celtics. You dropping 5.
Bro,
I'm sorry.
Kimba's weak now, man. I can drop
Yeah,
him off.
Kemba's gonna be guarding him.
Yeah. Dude,
nah,
I can pull
you ain't
his
a point
little.
guard, my guy.
They're
Bro,
gonna
with
call
your
me.
height,
They're
you ain't
gonna
a point guard.
call me cardiac Charlotte Hornets only.
Hey, yo. With your height, you ain't guarding Kemba. Or Kemba ain't
Bro,
guarding you.
Bro, I'm 2 inches taller than Kimba.
Oh shoot. Never mind. Kemba's guarding you and you're dropping 70.
Yeah, Ian.
LaMelo
LaMelo would be guarding Kemba. He was playing for the Hornets. He just was injured the first time
That's
they played. I don't
hilarious.
know if it'd be helped
Bro,
be the second or third time. But LaMelo would have a pretty big height advantage.
It's
By
been
what, about
actually
4
talking
inches?
more than just Hornets. Because it actually shows anybody that listens to this, anybody that's out of their mind kind of to listen to this, that we actually talk more than just Hornets and we actually have lives outside of this.
Tuh.
To be honest. Because outside of podcast.
I think overall though, I would say the Hornets have a good chance of making playoffs for the first time.
Yeah.
In
Same.
5 years, I think it is. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. Last time I made it was 15-16, so actually 6 years.
Oh. Yep,
Wait,
I was wrong.
It's
close
4 or
enough.
5, I believe.
Yeah,
Because
actually, no, it's not
2015,
6. My bad.
2016. Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, it's 5. My bad.
yeah, so
You
I
were
was
correct.
right. All right, it was 5. But at this point, that would be good for the Hornets because if they can make the playoffs and then maybe just win the first round or at least win a game the first round or two, I think that would make it a little bit more likely for us to get a free agent because this free agency class is supposed to be really good. So if we can make the playoffs and do at least something and not get swept, then I think a player might come. Then they get to go play with LaMelo.
Exactly.
Why not?
By the way, if anybody wants to know what I look like, you'll never know. Because even if they check my Instagram, it's not where I look like right now. I haven't actually posted a picture of me actually in a while. So unless people actually start requesting to see my face, they ain't seeing it.
No.
No sirree.
Yeah, you
I
gotta
don't
do a
even know
face
if
reveal.
Austin's seen my face, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta do a face reveal.
Like, Austin, I've been trying to get in your lives, bro.
Oh,
Honestly,
yeah. I was going to get you in the other one yesterday when I was shooting. But then, I had to end it because my, mom was talking to me.
Dang. I was like, hey, yo, let me in that real quick, bro. Let's go. Yeah. But us actually talking gives people, for the first half of this, we can talk like Hornets because there's not as much Hornets to, really talk for, 30 minutes. There's not enough Hornet stuff pretty much, unless a lot of big things happen, like free agency. Then there will be enough stuff most likely. But right now, no, not really.
But I was
Guys, breaking news
about the offseason. What do you think the Hornets are gonna do with their centers? Because I don't think they're gonna bring Cody Zeller or Bismack Biyombo back because they don't seem like they're interested really.
Running carry season, baby.
Running Gary gonna
What's
be
the
the
news,
starter.
Austin?
Wait, what now?
What's the big news, Austin?
Malik Monk is back.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
he's back.
Malik Monk will return next week.
Oh,
Let's go, baby.
so
No,
it
I'm
looks
just
like
playing.
LaMelo and Malik
Playing.
will return pretty close to each other.
Bro,
Wait,
but he
hold
probably
up.
will be
I'm the
back next
baby.
week. But I was
Let's
just playing.
go.
That's
was playing.
surprising. I didn't expect that. I did see
Guys,
him shoot in
Can you
Chicago
hear
though.
me? Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
I could hear. I heard you.
Yeah.
I was
But
joking.
I did see him shoot in Chicago with
No!
Melo. The only two on the
You're
court.
joking. I hate you, Austin. No! No! Bro, why do you have to get my hopes up?
Yeah,
No!
I didn't think that was real.
That's
But
For
brutal.
a second, I
though.
did, and I'm like,
For real though, he should be back next week.
yeah.
He should be, yeah.
I feel like it'll be the week after though.
Bro, literally, currently, I had the stream pulled up, so I'm like, because I was listening to it, and I just saw your laugh. I
Bro,
just saw your
dude, I
laugh.
was gonna
But I
say
still
tomorrow.
did see Malik and LaMelo shooting though.
Yeah, and Terry was
Yeah.
trolling them.
Yeah, Terry's like, take another 2 weeks, Malik. He just puts the camera and says, you can take another 2
Take
weeks.
another 2 weeks.
Malik was shooting the last game pregame against the
Yeah,
Knicks.
I saw that as well.
So was
His hand
LaMelo
was out,
shooting with
bro.
He
his
had
left
something
hand
on his
for the past 3.
leg. I think it was
Literally,
some type
wait.
of brace or something.
Yeah, it was
I
a
heard
brace.
physical area. I couldn't tell exactly what it was, but it looked like some type of
So
brace
was
or sleeve or
LaMelo
something.
for like the past week
on.
to 2 weeks with his left hand.
Did y'all see him shooting threes with it? He hit like 2 out of 30.
Oh my god. I'm surprised he even hit one.
Yeah,
LaMelo's
he
gonna
airballed
say,
like
I'm gonna
7.
become a switch shooter. Just like how they're switchers.
LaMelo's
in
about
baseball,
to
I'm gonna be a
say,
switch shooter,
oh,
left
I
hand and
made a
right
3.
hand.
Wait,
Pointer.
LaMelo's about to say, oh, I made a 3 and I can still pass. Let me in, coach. I can play with one hand. I mean, seriously, that's LaMelo in a nutshell. The man is like, he wants to get back in the game.
Because I saw an interview about LaMelo, because they were interviewing him about how they saw like the 7 to 10 day thing, that recent news, and they asked him when he originally heard that it was probably gonna be a season ending, did he like believe that? And he said like he still didn't believe that. He thought he would be able to come back.
Now that's
Like,
a great
He was
mindset.
gonna do everything he could to come back.
That's a great
But-
mindset, because if they asked me that at the start of the year when I had a season-ending injury, or season-ending in quotation marks injury, I would said,
Well, that's what it was
"Oh
originally.
no, well,
It's
there
because he
goes my
healed a lot
season.
quicker
Screw
than
that."
expected. He's healing a lot quicker than expected. That's why.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, screw that. We're going into the off season, boys. Here we go. Exactly me, bro.
But yeah, whenever LaMelo's on the floor, the Hornets just have like a different like energy. Like, he just brings
Exactly.
energy to the team.
Like, bro, we're zoom. Like, literally, the other team, they're all the way on the defensive end. We're like, and we're already there on the offensive end.
Just like when LaMelo's on the team, it always just seems like they play harder for him or whatever. Like, it just seems like
Unless
that to me.
it's
At least.
against the Jazz. Unless it's against the Jazz. No one trolls LaMelo.
Oh yeah, with the Jazz and
Only
Instagram
the
or whatever.
Jazz troll LaMelo. That's the only team that really can.
Yeah, but now they kind of have a problem with Donovan Mitchell being hurt though.
I may or may not have. Oh God. Oh no. I may or may not have baseball scores pulled up,
Oh,
and I may or may not be happy with the Rays.
okay.
I'm
Now
not
you're gonna
happy.
say.
I'm
Now
not
I
happy
know.
with the Rays at all.
I know this
We
is
had
a
a
basketball
run
stream,
lead.
but I want to say something. Ian, every time the Rays beat a team, you can't say they own
We
them.
own them. We own them.
You can't say they just own them because they won.
Yes, I can. Sure, I can.
I literally tell them this every day.
Sure, I can. I currently just have
Like,
game day
they'll
pulled
beat a
up for the
team
Rays
once and they'll
game.
say, all right, now we own them.
Bro, literally, I have game day pulled up for the Rays game right now. I'm just talking with this and like watching this, bro.
And then
I'm
the
kinda
Hornets are a
mad,
9
bro.
o'clock start time tomorrow in Chicago.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be an 8 o'clock originally because Chicago is on Central time, so it'd be an hour. So I thought they would
Yeah.
start 7 Central, but they're going to start 8 Central. So not until
Bro,
9.
honestly, one of these days, like one of these like weekends, bro, we like us three should go to Top Golf. Like I'm not gonna
But
lie,
yeah,
us three should
overall,
go to the
I
Uptown.
think the Hornets got good chance of doing something. Young team. The only problem is I
Yeah.
don't know what they're gonna do because they're gonna start running into the issue called everyone's rookie contract expires and you gotta pay some money.
Exactly.
Kind of like in the NFL where you need your quarterback to be on a rookie deal or else you're kind of screwed. Except you have Tom Brady
Yeah.
on your team, then he'll just take every pay cut possible.
I wish more
Yeah.
quarterbacks.
So, Austin,
did that. Yeah.
how good are you at golf? That's the real question.
Oh man, dude. So apparently, fun fact: my grandfather was like apparently goated at golf, and he won like a ton of awards and has like multiple trophies. But I mean, I was solid back in the day in the elementary
Back
school
in the
days,
day.
but I haven't played since elementary school, so I might be a little rusty. But I bet I could hit like
Trust me. Join
I
the
hit a
club. I
200
suck at
mile.
golf. No, my sport is tennis, bro. I'm goated.
Dude, I used to be
Unless
all
I
right
actually
tennis.
play a different high school, then I'm not goated.
Bro, I'm like Anthony Edwards, except I can't play baseball or hockey no. I was good at soccer.
I played soccer. I used to play baseball. I used to actually be goated at baseball. Then like a incident happened during practice, and then all of a sudden started playing scared and was never good.
Injury?
Yeah,
Yikes.
literally during practice, my coach hit a ground ball, took a bad hop straight into the nose.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That had to hurt.
Yeah, and ever since then, I just started playing scared during baseball.
Yeah, those suck.
They really did. Because baseball is still like my favorite sport of all time. Heck, that's why I have a podcast with it.
That would make sense.
Diego, why are you intentionally walking? No.
It's just like why my YouTube channel is mainly just Panthers. Because why not?
It is not mainly just Panthers.
Or NFL, whatever there.
Yeah, don't even say it's mainly just Panthers. You and I
There.
both know it's not.
I
Yeah,
mean,
don't
the
even
second to
try
last video
that.
I made was about Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but then you made a video about about the new Bengals unis.
Well, yeah, their new jerseys are sick.
So yeah, they are, but so it's not just Panthers, bro. Honestly, I just love going to Uptown, dude. It's a great place,
I haven't been in forever. The last time
especially at
I
night.
right before COVID.
Dude.
Like,
Like
be realistic with you.
Uptown hits different after a Hornets win, bro.
Facts. He gets lit.
I haven't been to Uptown since possibly even 2019. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I went before
Well,
the
I've
whole
been
thing
to
started.
Uptown. I just haven't seen
Or
a Hornets game.
I haven't gone since the whole pandemic thing, and then I don't know if I went early 2020. I might not have gone since 2019.
I haven't been to a Hornets game since I think maybe 2019, which is actually rare. I don't think I went to a single Hornets game last year. And trust me, I go to about 2-3 Hornets games every year, maybe more. But yeah, I didn't go to. I don't think I went to one last year.
I went to the last home game before COVID.
Yeah.
I was sick too when I went to that
Wait,
game.
we probably shouldn't be mentioning that because we would get copyright or we would get
It's not copyright. You
demonetized.
just might get demonetized. Not
Yeah,
copyright.
my bad. Demonetized for saying that.
I don't know if they
Same.
still have that rule or not because that was a while ago.
Neither do I,
Still
but
do that or not.
we should probably stay careful. Be careful.
I
if
don't know if
do.
they still do that. I have no clue.
Yeah,
With YouTube, I don't know if they still do that or not.
we can just say like the vid or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, I've
I
been
haven't been-
uptown a lot more recently though. Like I've definitely been more recently. Oh no, the Rays just lost.
Oh, okay. Yeah, now the other team owns the Rays then.
No, because we beat them in the series.
Yeah, but every time the Rays beat someone, you say they own them.
Also,
So
that
whoever
only
beat-
works for the Rays when they win.
Oh,
Not
that
when
makes
they lose.
sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah, that makes lots of sense.
I know, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. But yeah, Uptown, like, I remember one time it was snowing. It was in 2015 when the Panthers made it to the Super Bowl that year. It was like a week. It was the week in between when the Panthers won the divisional round and when they were going to the conference, the NFC Conference Championship. It was snowing because my dad had to work. I literally we were staying in a hotel in Uptown. It was like really steep snow. We went to the Knicks game that night. Hornets ended up winning, and it just felt different.
Well, yeah, I'm not really surprised because the Knicks haven't really been good until this year since, like, what, 2014, 2013 when they had Carmelo? So.
No, it felt different because we won, and it was just
I know what I'm saying. I'm
snowing
not
in
surprised they
Charlotte.
won, though. What I'm saying is I
Like,
wasn't surprised they won then.
no, I know, but we won, and it was snowing in Charlotte
The
at
Knicks haven't
night.
been good until before this year. The Knicks weren't good since like 2014 or 13 when they had Carmelo, Anthony, J.R. Smith, and Tyson Chandler, I think.
It was honestly pretty beautiful. Oh, only one more baseball game tonight.
Okay.
And that game is over. Never mind. Literally, as soon as I go to the game, it's over.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, the Hornets got to do good down the stretch.
I remember in the 17-18 season, I went to a Panthers game in Uptown. It was Monday night. That really hit different. It was against the Dolphins that we won. We crushed them that game. But that game really hit different. I had never been to a football game at night. Actually, at night. I've been to one that ended at night, but never one that started at night. Like, literally the next day, I had school, and I think I was late to school.
No.
Also, another thing that hit different. I went to I don't remember.
But I would say without LaMelo, Gordon Hayward, and Monk, the Hornets is still. They haven't done great, but they've at least kept themselves where they can somewhat make a run once LaMelo comes back soon.
Yeah. I will, however, say, like, back to the thing is, like,
I wasn't expecting them to win a ton of games, but keep in mind when LaMelo got injured, our record was 20-20. Now we're 28-29, so we're under 500 now, but at least we've got 8 wins, and we only got 9 losses so far without him. It will go up because the wins and losses because LaMelo won't be back tomorrow, so that will continue to rise the wins and possibly losses, or losses and possibly.
I will say, I'm very happy with this team. Like, I haven't been this happy with the Hornets in a while, like since the 15-16 season. It's just been a whole different team from last year, and all it took was
and at the end of last year. And at the end of last year, because before the whole thing before the whole thing last year, 2020 March, the Hornets are actually starting to play good. They had Terry Rozier and Trae Young go, I think it was, neck and neck in overtime. And Terry got like 44 points. I think we ended up losing that game.
We did.
But it was still a good game to watch. That was a fun game in
Yeah.
Atlanta. And then
it was triple overtime.
Monday, and then that Wednesday, which was also the night where the Jazz game got canceled, and the Thunder.
We were down by 20 at the end of the first quarter.
And we ended up crushing them. We were playing the Heat that night. Our game didn't get canceled, and Terry Rozier didn't play, and we ended up beating the Miami Heat, who would eventually go on in the bubble and make it all the way to the NBA Finals. So we beat the Eastern Conference champ.
All it took was adding Gordon Hayward and LaMelo Ball, and this team was a completely different team. Because if you look at it, this team.
The
is pretty
The
much the
reason I would
same
say
exact team
that's
as last year,
why-
but those two are on it now.
The reason I would say that's why is because Gordon Hayward, veteran, been in the playoffs, was in the
And
bubble
he
last
scores
year,
a lot.
Celtics, made it to the Eastern Conference Finals,
And he
been in the
scores a
playoffs
lot.
before, been in the league for a while,
Yeah.
got some experience. Most of the players on this team don't have a ton of playoff experience, if any, and just have not been in the league too long. They're majority of young players. There are some veterans in there other than Gordon Hayward, but majority
Exactly.
young players. And LaMelo is the good young player that we needed, getting number 3 overall.
Yep.
Like the
All
really
right.
energetic player, giving the energy to the team. But that's going to do
Yeah.
it for today's podcast episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. Remember to subscribe if you're new to the channel and comment down below what your opinion is of the Hornets this season or any team in the NBA, your favorite team. And thank you guys for listening. And it's Panthers Fan.
And Ian. And
we're
Austin
out.
left.
See you in the next episode.